strikes. Let me say that again. No military can stand without preemptive strikes. All this time we have only been reactionary. We only come out when something happens. We come out, we let the Proud Boys come out. We saw what they did in D.C. We've seen what they've been doing all across the country. But yet, we have not answered this yet. We saw a sister in D.C. get knocked out by a Proud Boy. Cold club. Not to mention that every death that happens in the Mid-Atlantic, every death that happens in the Southeast regions, in Georgia, Atlanta, some of the other places, I hear about all those deaths. All the lynchings, everybody being killed by law enforcement. I see a great deal of that. But when I say preemptive strikes, it's time we stop being reactionary and start taking the fight to them. They make examples of us every day, hanging us from trees, being killed by law enforcement. They set examples for us every day, and yet we have not once replied back. Now, I'm not saying go out and kill a cop. I'm not saying go out, do this, do that. But at some point, just like our totem animal that we use is a panther. When you back a panther into a brick wall or a corner, and he sees no other option, what does he do?
Mauls your ass.
It's time we do that. We need to start setting examples. But before we do that, we have to be mentally trained, we have to be physically trained, and we need to be technically trained, tactically trained. So let's get all these, let's focus on these things. Let's come together as a united front as far as training goes, as far as tactics go, as far as battle strategies go. And I'm not talking just standing outside in the corner with a loaded weapon. I mean, let's actually take the fight to them for a change. If you were to go through the streets right now, the only blood that is spilled is ours.
Yeah.
The only blood is spilled is ours. How long are we going to let this sit? How long are we going to let this stand?
Black power.
Black power.
I'm at a loss for words right now. I mean, to be honest with you, every day I know I'm not just the only one. We're sick and tired of being sick and tired. I said we are sick and tired of being sick and tired. So let's unite on a united front and get our people trained in all aspects so we can start taking the fight to them for a change. Black power.
Black power. Black power, gentlemen.
Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
All right, come on. All right, then we open up, and then we need to take some, before we go, we should close once we take a few questions, we should close in a spiritual, cultural moment and leave and take some photos and then leave together. I think the people around the country, they need to see us together. All right, Black power?
Black power.
All right, last man, so you can get to know him. He's a Virginia man. He's the national spokesman of the Panther Party. He has a great role here. He has a great role here in the party and in the future. Actually, what I'm doing is on the job training him. He don't even know it. He's already got it, but I'm training him for something else. We'll get to it later. But he and I are working very well together. And when he works well together, that helps our movement, because the more politics he can do, the more law I can do. And then we're going to be a hell of a combination right now. So I want you to hear from a veteran of this party and a truly committed man, and he's my brother, Imam Akbar Abdul Kareem Bilal.
Black power. 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 Black power.
Black power. Black power. Black power. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.
Alhamdulillah.
ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به وأسنجل وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله بالغالب. With the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful benefactor, the most merciful redeemer. All praise is due to Allah, the guardian, the evolver, the cherisher, and the sustainer of all of the worlds. I bear witness that none deserves the rights of worship. There's none deserving the right to be conformed to except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I bear witness to all of those that were raised before Akhenaten, from Akhenaten until Adam, and from Adam until Isa ibn Maryam, Jesus the Messiah, from Jesus to, again, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, and again to the Prophet Muhammad ibn Abdullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and from Muhammad until this very moment. I greet you, dear beloved brothers and sisters, with the greeting words of peace, as it is written in the Quran and is written in the Arabic language of Assalamu alaikum, Hotep, Shalom, and the peace be unto you, Assalamu alaikum, and Black Power, Black Power, Black Power, Black Power, Black Power, Black Power, and a strong black military to black our call. We thank our Honorable Chairman Emeritus, our Attorney General Malik Zulu Shabazz. We thank our beloved National Chairman Hashim Akhenaten Nzinga. But I would be remiss if I did not give honor and recognition to a bold, bald-headed black man, the Honorable Dr. Khallid Abdul-Muhammad. Black Power! Black Power! Black Power! Black Power! And all of those that have gone on to the ancestors, but I give Black Power! Black Power! Black Power! To those who have sound black boots on the goddamn ground. Black Power! Black Power! All of you, stand up, Black Power! 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 And that's how you raise the black nation. In just 33 1/3 seconds I'm here to tell you about the second resurrection, on our second insurrection.
Yes, sir.
And that first insurrection being the Honorable Nat Turner himself. And our prophet Nat Turner, Black Power, Black Power, Black Power. Just a couple of miles around the corner is the great plantation of Nat Turner. And rather than we stand that side, Malik would say, insurrection. But our doctor and attorney was brilliant enough to tell us that we have to bring it in the form of a rebellion, and we have to bring it in the form of what? A revolt was added by Hashim Akhenaten Nzinga, and our Honorable Attorney General gave us those words. And it's important to get the teaching, the education of the new Black Panther Party. Look at Dr. Khallid Abdul-Muhammad. Examine his work. Examine his travel, his journey.
Look at Cal.
But he met this cracker head on every goddamn turn in the road. He didn't back off the cracker. Went right up in the Holocaust Museum, is that right? Right in the Brene Bit. Right and confronted the cracker right on the cracker's campus and told him he's not a devil, but the goddamn real devil, the devil himself. Black Power! Black Power! Black Power! Black Power! They don't want you teaching on the white man, the goddamn white man. But sometimes you got to teach on him to raise you up. The white man has nothing to offer you at this hour. You have to stand up, brother and sister, on your own knowledge. Stand with on the ancestors, was that right? Sir. And stand with the Talib and the brothers teaching on him and bringing them people up so that they can check the opposition. You have to go for self-government. The leadership in the government is in yourself. Black Power? Black Power. You have to escape from what Dr. Naeem Akbar said, the chains of psychological slavery. You have to escape from that. The nightmare that's in your closet, in your bedroom, sometimes they say, the devil will be raised up in the bedroom right next to you. So be careful of your bedfellows. Black Power? Black Power. Black Power. Black Power. Be careful who you receive and accept knowledge from, because they call it knowledge, may not be good. How in the hell is a man going to have managerial skills or any form of administrative skill if you have 45, right? Him and Fawcett passed the baton to a guy named Pence and said, fight the goddamn pandemic. And he said, you got it on both sides, and we're all in this together. So what's the difference in 45 plus 1, get the same goddamn Fauci, no administrative skill, no research. Went and got a black scientist on the level of a Benjamin Banneker, who George Washington couldn't tie the shoelaces, couldn't even hold a jock strap. Jefferson, Lincoln, all them ones they thought were great white boys all the way up to Reagan. Couldn't, yes sir, could not even tie the shoelaces for a beloved brother. Yeah, you go ahead and have a seat. Thank you. Black power! Black power! Oh, my. So I hope everybody's a little bit stronger from that gesture. Give yourselves a round of applause. Come on, this goddamn weather. Come out the rain, the snow, and the hail. We're not a fair weather friend. We're not fair weather Panthers. But we're all season. It says, in the winter and summer. You are commanded to give commerce, to make journey and make money. Yes, how in the hell of a cracker like Trump will tell you you can't travel because you're Muslim? You can't vote with Dr. King looked at it. You can't vote because you are black. You can't sit on the goddamn park bench. Right here, Buckrow and Bayshore Beach across the street. You had to go to Bayshore, is that right? You couldn't, Schumer know what I'm talking about. You couldn't go to the great ocean view. You had to go to a black beach. And if you got a big dinner party, you couldn't jump in the cracker. You said, they're gone now, they're gone. And you got caught jumping in the cracker's pool. The cracker would lynch you right here in Virginia Beach. Would lynch your black ass for jumping in the cracker's pool. And then he would drain it 10 times, huh? Hire 100 Negroes to take all the water out and put it back in fresh. Because what? Because you're black. The white man is not a devil, but the devil. He has nothing for you but death. The Honorable Marion Barry said what? He said it real fast, but he said it. He said he's not gonna pay the war. He's not gonna pay the war. He ain't gonna pay the war, right? He said, well, no, he ain't not gonna give you nothing decent to eat. What he told me, he said, he's gonna set you up, is that right, Emily? And then he's gonna attempt to kill you. And I tell you, don't let this cracker set you up. Free yourself. Leave the goddamn cracker hanging, okay? Abandon him, his tradition. Abandon his Mediterranean diet. Abandon all of his habitat, his sexuality. Abandon his abandon his spirituality. Abandon his emotionalism and his psychology, and you will free yourself. And you can say free at last, and say, thank God Almighty, you're free at last. You can say that with sincerity. The freedom was asked for and fought for in the insurrection of Nat Turner. The freedom was gained by Frederick Douglass. Took the goddamn freedom. Go in Frederick Douglass' house, and you see a picture like it, and he got whelps up and down his backside. Is that right, Emily? Whelps all over his backside. The white man, he run and he whip his ass again. He run from Chambers, Maryland to Eastern Shore, from Eastern Shore back to Fredericksburg, Virginia, from the plantation land, and Fred would run all over the place. They'd catch him and whip him again. But the last time when that cracker raised the whip, oh, I'm here to inform you, brother and sister. Fred had done them jailhouse push-ups, you know what I'm talking about, and them crossover sit-ups, huh? But to get that washboard nice and tight. So when that cracker swung that whip on the last mode, huh? He grabbed that whip from the cracker, took it in midair, and began to whip the skin off the backside of the slave master, the white man himself. And Frederick took his goddamn freedom with pasteurized, homogenized Negroes all over, lined up the plates. He was whipping the skin off his slave master, and he took his goddamn freedom, and he walked in defiance of the white man the rest of his life. They said, well, Fred, he ran out of the country. He said, Fred Douglass, you better not come back. Fred said, I can't wait to get back. He said, well, Fred, here's your Bill of Rights. He said, no, that's your right. He said, first of all, cracker, you got to be right. Oh, my. That's your Bill of Rights. I'm a goddamn slave, huh? He said, well, Fred, take on your Constitution here. He said, there are no inalienable rights that you are obligated to protect. Where's my thou shalt not kill? Where's my inalienable right for freedom, justice, the pursuit of liberty, the pursuit of justice? Where's that written up for me, Fred Douglass said? He said, I'm a goddamn slave. He said, well, Fred, this is your Declaration of Independence. Oh, my. He said, that's your declaration for your goddamn independence. I remain a slave. And let's say it together. He said, until all of us are free, huh? None of us are free until all of us get free. Say it together. None of us are free until all of us get free. I said, none of us are free until all of us get free. Black power! Black power! Black power! Black power! So he took his freedom. He took Ambassador between Jamaica and bringing black people the idea of their own political. He said the one thing I'm going to tell you out of all of it, he said to organize against undisciplined, find discipline, organize against undisciplined. He said to organize against the opposition, namely the goddamn white man. And he said another thing. He said find the peacemaker. Might have been talking about the Muslim, but find the peacemaker, huh?
Yes, sir.
And then organize against the goddamn warmongers. But he said, out of all that I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, and all that I could possibly tell you, and he was pointing to Harriet Tubman, some of my black sisters say black power. Black power. And sisters now, black power. Black power. Is it in Columbus next week?
Black power.
Are we in Portsmouth tomorrow? Black power. All right, well, come on, let's get on board. He said, now, the most important thing I can tell you as I sat there, the most important thing that I can tell you out of all that I told you, and you know goddamn well I can tell you a whole lot that you don't know. Black power, black power, black power. Free yourself from a chain of psychological slavery, but do this for yourself. Brother and sister, and I'm pointing at you, because Mama Valencia, we coming to you next week. But I'm pointing at you, Mama Valencia, said that what? The most important thing that I can tell you out of all that I'm telling you, is that you organize yourself against your own exclusion, but have what? Full participation, Malik Zulu Shabbat, in your own black government. Self-government, black power?
Black power.
What kind of government? Self-government, is that right?
Self-government.
Self-government. You don't need a cracker to govern you. You don't need a cracker to advise you. You don't tell you how to get Sammy Davis money and get Red Fox, Richard Pryor, all crackers on that you getting paid the royalties. I go to Los Angeles and we can tell you, and they riding in stretch Rolls Royce limousine, offering and telling the widows that you don't have no royalties, that you got a tax evasion problem, and you got other kind of problem, Michael Jackson, Prince, and everybody that followed Barry White, Isaac Hayes, name them all. Black power?
Black power.
Take your government, manage it. Stephen Wonder, last thing, blind as a bat. Muhammad Ali with full-blown Alzheimer's. But one thing he told you and demonstrated, that you can manage your own sports and you can manage your own entertainment. Is that right? Come on. Black power. Black power. Black power. Black power. And your own black government. Black power. Black power. I tell you, Malik Zulu Shabbat is more than capable. Black power.
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 And a strong black government. Your own black government. Black power.
That's right,
Great
black
today.
power.
Hey. We're getting ready to take some questions. Turn that down a little bit. Where's Lois? Lois, I want you to come in the question and answer session. We got a school board representative here from Petersburg, Virginia. School board member from Petersburg, Virginia. We got Azrael's from Danville. We didn't tell you that. He's from another part of the state. He's from the central Virginia. And so, man, we trying to organize all over the state. In every county and location, we're trying to organize everywhere. This is an historic day because this was a historic opening for unity. It's a historic day when leaders of two different Black Panther organizations can show many others that we can stand on common ground and it don't harm any other group. It really helps us, actually.
Yes, sir.
People want to see this, and we thank you for your time. Original Black Panther Party from Virginia. We thank your time, and we're here for you. To Brother Mike Payne, for all of our people, give him whatever he asks for. When he needs help, give it to him.
That's
When
right.
he say he's
Salute,
doing
brother.
something and you see it, be
Right.
there for him.
That's right.
Help him out.
That's
He's
right.
advanced.
Salute.
He knows where to be. Help him. You see Sister Chuma and Brother Jelani here? Help them.
That's right.
And let's come together. We'll be back on the third weekend in March. We're going to be back. We want to walk some more streets and talk to some more brothers and sisters. We want to take more time. I want to take more time. And we'll be back. And we're going to move out of here. We're coming to your city next week. We're going to Columbus, Ohio. We got all of America to cover. And what you see us do, Brother Jelani, when we leave, do the same thing, Sister Chuma. Even while we gone. get our brothers and sisters and bring them into this movement. And if they not the police, bring them in one way or the other.
Go ahead.
Because this is the time for the resurrection of the dead. Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Black love.
Black love.
Black unity.
Black unity.
We must build.
We must build
A united front.
a united front
For black power.
for black power.
We must build
We must build
a united front.
a united front
For black power.
for black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Any question for anybody, ask your question. Go right ahead, young man.
My name is Ben. Pleasure to meet you. Thank you
Yes.
for having me here. One question I did have as far as the effect of 5G and in some cases that there's one thing they're talking about building a dome. But some people call it a conspiracy theory, but I don't really, I don't really pass it over if you will. From your standpoint, I guess the question I should ask is, what are their future plans with like 5G exactly? How is it affecting us? Because I know it has definitely a spiritual effect on us, just like it's with our phones. We get to it every morning we wake up. This is like another form of slavery.
What
That's
are you
what it
saying?
is.
5G has some kind of mental lock.
Yeah, well, more so spiritual.
That's why you're saying. That's why you're saying. Is that why everybody's on the cell phone?
Yes, sir. And like what is effects are.
You know what? I got to be honest with you. Hell, I don't know.
I can tell you.
I don't know. They used to say. Hold on one second. We used to say that coronavirus was started by 5G. That was what it was last year. Didn't they say that the 5G tower was the beginning of coronavirus?
Yes, sir.
Look, let me put it to you like this, my friend. 5G might be a conspiracy. It might be something that the white man plotting to do to us. Other time, they call my law office. They tell me, look, the police is after me. Any number of things might be happening. Look, this society and this government and the white man may be capable of doing anything. He's always conspiring to kill us. But what I want to say is, let's not pay so much attention to the microchip and the smaller conspiracies and look at the big one. Okay?
Yes, sir.
The conspiracy, yes, it's a conspiracy maybe conspiracy around the 5G towers. It might be conspiracy around something else. Brother, the biggest conspiracy was when the white man got here. That's the number one conspiracy you can't get distracted on.
Think about
The
it.
whole damn existence of white supremacy in the white race is the big conspiracy that we need to fight. Inside of fighting and organizing
That's
against the
right.
big conspiracy, we'll take care of 5G, Planned Parenthood, satellite infrared beams, all of that. We say we had to organize. So I don't know. We might not know. We don't know. You don't know. You ain't no 5G expert. Maybe you're no 5G expert. All I do know is that you will be a valuable man, right? Let's just say you inside of this movement or our coalition somehow, and you might be some kind of scientist that can tell us something that we don't know. So what you had to do is get linked in to us. So if you can know or research something that's harming us, we can just put it to good use. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
All right? Now you're a brown man, right? Okay, and that's fine with us, okay? Even though we're a black organization, there are different kinds of coalitions and ways that you can work with us. If that's what are you here for that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's fine. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. And we need your name and number. You here in Norfolk?
No, sir. I'm out of Hampton.
From Hampton? How you hear about this?
Well, actually, spirit led. I just stumbled upon.
Spirit led you came by.
All right now. Yes,
Listen, there's other groups of oppressed people that are non-white that are not necessarily Panthers, new Black Panthers, but there are other things that we're working on. And if you will see Sister Chuma, she'll help you be informed with it. She'll help you be informed about it.
Thank you.
Okay, we appreciate you. Others here.
Name is Troy Milton, out of Maryland, Prince George County, Maryland. We're talking about Black Dash
You came here for Black Empowerment?
Movement for Black Power.
You did?
Black Power. I knew I knew something.
So you talk about Black economic empowerment, so we gotta always talk about the money because money moves things in this capitalistic society. So I'm here to talk about the Cyber Buy Black marketplace. This is the way that you can, Black business owners, you can get more sales, more exposure, and you can flourish in this time online because it's the only way to go in this time. For Black people who want to support Black businesses, you can also go online. This is something that happens on Zoom webinar Sunday, February 28th from 2 to 5 p.m. Sunday, February 28th from 2 to 5 p.m. You can support Black businesses. If you're a Black business, you can sign up. It's real cheap, less than $20. And we're going to try to get exposure to the world. So you can order and so you can make sales. If you're a Black business owner, you can support Black business. We know freedom ain't free. Right. We know you need money to move. That's right. You know, money for fuel. You know, a lot of people are scared to speak because they get their check from the white man. So you need to get your check elsewhere. Right. You need to learn how to get businesses. You need to learn how to invest in stocks, real estate, cryptocurrency, whatever it takes. You need to diversify and do it quickly. There's a lot of us that lost jobs, but right now we're teaching people how to make money elsewhere. So please speak to me, as Sister Amy talked about, Move Together at yahoo.com, how you can reach the movement for Black Power, black-empowerment.com.
That's right.
So I encourage you to do so, and I'll give you flyers when we later.
Brother, I appreciate you sticking to the program. Stick to it. And we started this some months ago. We're trying to build the largest online network of Black businesses. And they're sticking to it. I'm talking about the movement for Black Power. They are serious and sticking to it. I put some thousands into the project just so it would live. But to see you and the brothers and sisters that believe in it keep pushing, black-empowerment.com. Keep the faith. It's going, and they say on the 28th, right?
Yes.
February 28th is an online business, online marketplace where they all go live on Zoom with their businesses on Zoom. Okay, and it's how many hours?
It's 2 to 5, 3 hours.
2 to 5, 3 hours, and it's a special program where everybody's on Zoom. I need to be on there this time, or Renee. Maybe Renee covered last time.
Yep, sure
She
did.
did. Okay. So anyway, look, hey, we're gonna stay dedicated on economics. We are not gonna get up off of it. Okay, we're not gonna get up off of it. We're not backing up. Whether people catch on like wildfire or they catch on like turtles, we stand right here when it comes to our support for Black businesses. All right? Black Power?
Black Power!
Let me ask you this. If I'm from Norfolk, let me ask you this, Dr. Jenkins. If I'm from Norfolk, let me ask you about our website. Let me ask you about this website, Sister Amy. If I'm from Norfolk and I say, well, I wanna find every Black business in Norfolk, can I do that?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Look in the yellow pages, start calling.
I'm talking about on Black Empowerment.
Yeah, you type in Norfolk, Virginia,
If you put in Norfolk, Virginia, what'll happen?
press into all the Black businesses in Norfolk will come up.
That we have.
Yeah,
That we have in Norfolk.
that's right.
And how do we move towards making sure that we got all the Black businesses in
They have
Norfolk?
to go instant and follow the steps. So they go to the site, when you go to the site, you have to say sign up. It's gonna be a.
All right, so this is what I
sign up.
want, Sister Chuma, this is what I want for Norfolk. I want you to find the businesses for her. I don't want them to have to come to find us.
Okay.
I want you, whether you have to walk to the Chamber of Commerce, which we should, And I want you to personally give Dr. Jenkins every black business we know in Norfolk.
Okay.
You will enter them for free.
Okay.
You will give them premium advertising, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And you're gonna communicate direct with her.
Okay.
Because when I come to Norfolk, I want to be able to say, sisters and brothers, go to the website, just put in Norfolk, and all the businesses come up. And therefore, we solve that problem.
Yes, sir.
We're not doing it. We're not doing it for money. We put money into it just to help. Maybe it'll make some money later. Right now, as you well know, what am I on you about every day? Make sure that every black person in business get free advertising. Make sure that they just get free advertising. So you help her to get Norfolk straight. Black Power. We got Brother Dynamite Lightning. He's on the camera, but he's a representative in West Virginia.
There's
West Virginia.
a black chamber. I looked it up. There is a black chamber of commerce in most cities. I don't know, but I did look it up, and there is a black chamber of commerce. So somewhere to start. Black Power.
Black Power. We got to get it online. We want every city where we go to, we put their city in, and every single black business come up online. We'll get back to it later. It's our goal for the year. We want to be the top black online network of anybody. And unfortunately, that don't even take a lot. I hate to tell you, they say the top 5 black websites don't have more than 600 businesses.
That's true. That's true.
All right, well, we want 50,000. 50,000. Right away. Right away. All right, they dedicated, brother. Thank you. Brother, keep pushing the program. I'm going to find creative ways to help you. Keep the faith and hold the line. Black Power? Black Power! Come on, talk to me. Tell me what you want. What do you want out here? What do you want to know and what do you want to do?
Go ahead.
What do you want to know and what do you want to do? Black Power, Queen, talk to us. And that come right here to you. Ladies first.
Should there be any point when we calling on this cracker? Should there be any point that we calling on this cracker for help for anything? That's what I want to know.
Well, hypothetically, what would that be?
I'm just speaking in general.
Okay.
Like we
In
say,
general.
okay,
In
yeah.
general. The answer to that is no. We don't really need to call on the cracker for anything. Now, if you have to deal with the cracker, you give Caesar what's due Caesar, and you give the black God what you got to give the black God.
Yes, sir.
I talked to some crackers last week, and they will say, send me my insurance check for my client. That's what I want you to do, cracker. I want you to send that check over. Goodbye, cracker. I talked to another white man. I said, well, how much is the taxes? That much? Goodbye, cracker. You got to get out of this condition without compromise. You got to do what you got to do to help your people. I try not to have any dealings with them, but whatever dealings I got to deal with them, it's all business and ain't nothing friendly about it. And at the end of the day, it's designed to put me in a position to help my people. All right, some of you might be on the job with the white man. Some of you might be, we're not gonna knock you for being in there. You might be trying to get free or doing something else. Man, do what you gotta do, but know you're a revolutionary at all times. Even if you're cooking at the restaurant for the white man, know that there's a time when you're gonna put something in that goddamn soup for that white man. Black Power? Black Power. We get into it later. No compromise, no sellout.
Good teaching.
But you got to do what you got to do to maneuver in this world. You might have to go get a car or a house. Unfortunately, you got to see this cracker at some time. But you don't see him like a slave. You don't see him like a punk. You see him like a man and deal with him in business like a man.
Yes, sir.
And leave his ass alone. Black Power.
Black Power.
Good teaching.
My question is, I have 2 friends in Washington, D.C. was attacked by the Proud Board. There's video footage. they're looking for representation. I don't want to go to the White House. I would love you to.
They know who the people who did it are?
They have it in front of Archibald, a Hyatt hotel, and there's video camera of it. There's like 15 of them jumped them and beat them. And they got arrested that night because police.
When night was this?
This was like the night before the inauguration. A couple days before the inauguration.
Before the inauguration?
K Street.
After January 6th?
Yes.
They came
No,
back.
before after.
Before the 6th?
Yeah, before the
The
6th.
6th was the big.
Yeah,
right.
before the 6th.
Before the 6th.
The first
Before
time
the
they jumped
inauguration.
out.
You got it on video?
The very
They got
night
the video
before.
footage.
Yeah.
Who are these devils?
They Proud Boy.
But which Proud Boys?
The one that came in town for all of them, it was like,
Have they been identified?
that's the thing. They have video footage of them, they have facial of them, but no one have made the investigation to identify them. So I want to see if you know someone that would willingly to take that case because they got beat. And there's footage of it. There's
Okay,
video.
first thing I want you to do here is I want you to talk to our Ministry of Defense here in this region. Okay, I want you to immediately file this report. And I want you to talk to the officers, and I want you to give them every piece of information in this case. Okay, I want you to give them the video, the facts, the name of the sisters, and I want the complete
Two brothers.
information. Two brothers, huh?
Two male.
Two men got beat.
Yes.
Okay, fine. I need all of the information.
I got their phone number and you could reach out to them.
I want you to turn this case over to Brother Akbar and his staff and others right now. We want to dig into see what the hell happened.
I got it.
All right, and then once they get a hold of it and look at it from an investigation perspective, then I'll see what legally I can do. You know what I mean? I mean, if you can identify the men, then that's something else. And if they can identify the men, that might be something else.
Okay.
But we can't just let it go.
That's what I'm
We
saying.
ain't finna let go.
No.
No 15 crackers coming to Washington DC and beating up a black girl.
I know it's like
And we just
5,000 of
let-
them.
5,000.
They stay in a hotel, it's about 300 of them.
Well, we weren't prepared. That's one reason why we're here. We weren't prepared for the Proud Boys and all that, right? Because we did not at that time have the numbers. That won't happen anymore. That's one reason why we're here. That's not going to happen. We're not going to be saying that these fools is coming into town in the future and we trying to scramble for 10 or 20 men. We should have had 500 to 1,000 black men kicking their ass out there. And I regret that. I actually apologize that we didn't have it, but now we got the chance to get it. In the meanwhile, I want you to, and yeah, talk to Akbar, and there's somebody else I want you to talk to.
Black Power, sir. Black Power, sir.
We can't and won't let the goddamn Proud Boys. You know who they are?
Say yes. We were just down there, tell them.
Do we have the
They want
addresses?
to kick some Proud Boy ass.
Do they have a
I
headquarters?
mean, we went down there to try to
Let
get
it
with
know.
them. Then we was out on, I was down there on
We was right
January
there.
6th.
12 deep.
On January
12 deep.
6th, you know, but, we're gonna need some more numbers. They ain't shit. Boy, they ain't nothing. They some old boy down, I mean, they can be guys, but they got to be guys. We just gotta be ready for it. We gotta be ready for it. And as we say, we was on the mall, Proud Boy Killer. That's what we should be, Proud Boy Killers, to use the gang language.
Black Power, sir.
Proud Boy Killer,
Black Power.
PBK up in here.
That's right.
Another subject. We'll get ready. Just keep building. Keep building and keep building, and that's not going to happen anymore. Another question. No, someone else other than come back to you, King. Anybody else?
Black Power.
Anyone else? Anyone?
I-
Sister Lois, come here, Queen. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah.
Sure.
And I'm not speaking of question, I'm speaking of something that we need to do. We need to step up our technology of weaponry. Yes, we
How you
got to
mean?
step up our weaponry technology. They got zones that they get ready to make, they can shoot 5,000 bullets.
been had.
So we gotta step up our technology of our weaponry and what we're gonna build and make. We gotta make it very powerful.
What you want us to have? Let me see what you're talking about.
Get the,
What you want?
we gotta work together and get these zones. If they gonna shoot 5,000, then we gotta get one to shoot 10,000.
When you say zone, you mean drone?
Drones, yeah.
Drone. So
Yeah.
you're saying we should have drones?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay, I agree
Yeah.
with that.
Definitely.
Yeah, to shoot 5,000 times, 10,000 times more than there are 20,000.
I don't know, sister, that's what I would like to have all that. Now, I don't know. Now, I can't promise you that we finna fly no drone and shoot 20,000 times. 'Cause I don't know if that's technically gonna be possible.
Yeah.
But I'd like to have it. Shit, I'd like to have a lot. I want 500 tanks for the Panther Party.
Yeah.
Not no goddamn AR-15. I want tanks and artillery guns. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
I want a goddamn howitzer. But I don't know if that's gonna be possible. I would love to drive me a goddamn tank down 95.
Yeah.
A motherfucking tank. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. I dreamed it one night, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. What I'm saying is, man, I'm convinced that the brothers and sisters who are here that I'm working with now, who are military minded, that they're doing the best they can and giving it their all. And myself and Brother Akbar, we've given them a license and a mandate to do all they can in every way to make us a superior fighting force. That's right. That's all I can tell you. They have a mandate and an order. There's trainings going on next month, trainings here and there. I mean, we're serious about it. We just have to make the point that we're just not an all self-defense group, but we got to be a hell of a self-defense group.
That's right.
We got to be a hell of a defense group, but we're not all defense because everybody's not a soldier.
That's right.
And we don't even want to make it appear for military purposes that everybody's a soldier. You're a queen, right? You're a goddess, is that right? Are you a mother?
Mother, yeah.
You're a mother and all that, right?
Yeah.
We want you to be that.
Yeah.
Just be that. We're not trying to put you over here in front like you're a real infantry person. Because you're not that. But you're a concerned mother. You're a part of our movement. So we got you there, and trust me, we got men over here, and we finna work this thing. We finna work this thing. I can't promise that we're gonna have superior military technology to the white man by the end of this year or any year. But I can guarantee you, whatever we can mount as a goddamn defense, we're gonna mount everything we can on this record. Everything that we can.
Yes, sir.
Black power.
Black power.
Anything else before we go? Come on, King.
Black power to everybody. I was trying to see, what about, I know when we talk about black power, we talk about economics, so I was trying to see, as far as that, what about the banks? Us owning banks, instead of giving these other people our money, and so we can fund our own people and do what we gotta do to get right and build our economy back up how it needs to be. So I was just trying to see from you, how can we do that and where can we start from there?
Okay, it goes something like this. Look, whatever the Norfolk or the new Black Panthers in Virginia or the ones in Norfolk decide that they want to push and promote, it makes sense, we got your back. Brother Ali says he says we all got to become members of a black bank. He says we should become members of industrial bank. If that's the recommendation or that's the rule that y'all pushing, then it's gonna go through. Okay? I don't know if we're gonna own a black bank. We need to own a black bank. But I'm here to tell you this. You with Sister Chuma, right? Look, we got to get the Black Economic Program going. We're here to support black businesses and black banks and move against people that are against us. What you tell us you need here, we're gonna support. If it makes sense that it's gonna go into the national program of the Panther Party, you can best believe that I'm gonna push it when it comes to economics. If you got something good and makes sense, tell it to me so we can weigh it and move the ball. We want all the Black Panthers to be at a black bank. Eventually we want to do more than that. But at minimum, yeah, we want to at least be able to say that we're in at a black bank. Let me ask this. Is it a black bank in this area?
Yes, there is.
What is it?
It's, in Berkeley, there's a community bank, and it's located, if you know Norfolk or Berkeley area, it's across the street from the old farm crash. And it's sitting right in the corner, and it's a black-owned bank.
Okay, how many branches does it have?
I don't know that.
Let me ask you, you bank there?
I used to.
Okay, why don't you bank there anymore?
It was a special program that I was in.
Anybody bank there? Okay. All right, so we have to study that. But I'm just saying, we want to support a black bank, but then I'm saying, well, why ain't nobody else at the black bank? Now, at my black bank, called Industrial Bank, it has its advantages and its limitations. I can do my stuff online, okay. It's only 4 branches, and it only has a limited amount of ATMs. Yet I use it for my business and I use it for my needs because it's in my city. When I need to go see that manager and handle something special, I have
8 branches now, Mr.
8 branches, somebody I can see. So anyway, brother, we for all that. If you guys gotta make it viable. If you say this is the black bank we should bank at, then they gotta say, well, okay, are they going to it? Are they not? Is it recommended? If it is, give it to us. If people missing out, they ain't going because they don't know about it, then hell, y'all need to get some flyers out and become part of our program. Your ideas can take root. That's my point. Your economic ideas should be able to take root because you're a businesswoman. You're a businesswoman, and I'm a black businessman. Okay? Black power.
Black power.
All right. Anybody else before we close?
Yeah, one more.
Your question.
Are we tired? Are we tired of when they walk in our neighborhoods and they march in our neighborhoods and they walk around and want to bully us? Shouldn't we walk back in theirs? Shouldn't we knock on their doors? We ain't got to kick the door in and shoot everybody, not necessarily unless they did it first. But not saying we wouldn't do that too. But what I'm saying is, when they come in our neighborhoods, these Proud Boys, don't we know where their headquarters is? 'Cause I'll knock on the goddamn door, you know? And if you want to come out and start some shit, we'll fucking get jiggy with it. Excuse my language. Or we'll get black power with it. And like Khallid Muhammad said, it's Mayava Mizo. They doing this shit to us on purpose. And they doing it the worst way possible. So we just gonna sit around and just let them keep walking through our neighborhoods? Didn't we walk through the neighborhoods today and knock on the goddamn doors? Well, that was our people, and they was willing to open the doors. But what about these little gated communities, like where they killed Ahmad Arbery? Don't y'all want to march in them neighborhoods? Because I do. I'll go by myself if I have to, as long as I got permission from the general. Black power.
Black power. Black power.
Black power.
Give me 100 men out of Virginia, West Virginia. Don't go by yourself. Give me 100 men out of West Virginia. That's what I want. Then we can deal with us as well. 100 men and women out of West Virginia. 100 men and women.
Yes,
all right,
sir.
we got to close. Sister Queen Renee.
I don't have a question. I need you to follow me. I'm just going to follow my spirit. Because I'm Queen Mother and I can do this.
Yes, ma'am. Black power.
Black power.
I'm Sister Renee. Too, bro. What's your name, sister?
Chicana.
I sat in back of you, and when you addressed Brother Malik, I said to the sister, that brother thirsty. I didn't know your question. I don't know you. Everything that we need to do, we know what we need to do, because right now this is our hour.
That's right.
This is our future.
That's right.
We have to teach them to love one another. This brother said he brought his queen here off of his spirit, and they followed that.
That's right.
So I'm walking into my spirit now saying, right now, what you're doing, queen, you take care of this king. And what you're doing, king, you take care of that queen. And if you're following that light and that path, you're the next generation after the next generation, and this is what we need. What we're building and doing now is to sustain this and bring life back into it. Don't ever get discouraged. Don't ever think that there are not people that don't care or give a damn about this people, because we do. You understand what I'm saying to you? Your knowledge is you want to go into that conspiracy theory. Well, guess what? You're right. You know who's going to teach you? Professor Griff. That question you have, that's who's got your answer. And I'm just moving on my spirit. I'm not going to take up much time, but I have to do this because I feel it in you. Don't know nothing about you, how long you've been together, but your love is real and genuine. This is our life, people, right here.
Right.
Let's salute this king and queen for even taking the opportunity to come in here.
Black power! Black power! Black power!
Let's do this.
Black
Let's do
power.
this. Hey, look. Just meet with Sister Chuma. Give her your information. I want y'all to join, okay? Y'all original enough for me, shoot. Here. Meet with Sister Chuma. Make sure that I want to see them when I come back.
Okay.
I want to see them, and I want you to have we want to help you, brother. So you two, y'all are welcome. Your family, okay? Welcome.
Okay.
Just sign up here. Renee, get Renee's information because she'll give you a special video that will specifically answer your question. I don't know about 5G. I know about this cracker, but I don't know about 5G. I know he can do it. So anyway, she'll give you the information, but I want you to know that we're family, okay?
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome, okay? Welcome. Just welcome.
Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Black power.
Black power. Black power. Black love. Black love. Come on, I think that's it. Let's take some photos. Brother, but hold on 1 second.
Can we talk about the vaccine up here?
Let's let sir.
Can we talk about the vaccine real quick?
Okay, sure. We can have General Mike
Take
close
one of
us
these.
out. Sister Lois, where you at? Come on.
Is it still moving?
We got you. Come on.
So in addition
It's
to
still
being
filming,
the money,
right?
I'm also sending out help, and I
Black
want to
power,
talk
black
about the COVID vaccine because that's something they're trying to force. on
Hold
us.
1 second so we can close out like we got sense. This is an important question too. I want to get y'all response. It's a vaccine question. Y'all hold 1 second before we get to this.
How you doing,
I'm
Renee?
fine, brother.
Go ahead.
They're trying to force
Right
the
slap
COVID vaccine
car.
on us. This is a disease, they've been pumping fear and propaganda and a lot of fake information. So you need to have the right information to make the right decision. Right now, according to the vaccine adverse events reporting system, 600 people have died after the vaccine. 12,000 side effects. What's even scarier, only 1% it's a history of only 1% has actually been reported to theirs, which means there's actually